Hi everybody, Night Jester here, and I'm going to be bringing you another comparison video of live versus theater mode gameplay, except this time it's in HD, and I'm very happy about that. I mainly uploaded this to show reality versus what happens in the game. Yes, theater mode is reality in actuality, if that makes any sense. But basically due to lag and I guess the game balancing players out, everybody's reality is different in this game. Therefore, theater shows the actual position of the person when they were firing at you or when you were being fired upon. Now, this isn't what they see and this isn't what you see. It's simply the actual position of the person. In actual gameplay, they'll probably be a few steps ahead or a few steps behind, and the same goes for you. Now, let's show a situation in which the opposing force has a third of a second on me. That is, they have a third of a second to react before I do. Now, that didn't look like much, so I'm going to go ahead and slow it down and point out some interesting phenomena that just occurred. The first thing you'll notice is that I was hit before the game told me I was hit. This next part's a little tricky to explain, but I'm actually hit a second time, and it looks like I'm hit when I'm behind cover, but I'm actually hit before I ran behind cover, and this is due to the 1/3 second advantage. Had they not had the advantage, I might have gotten behind cover before they were able to shoot me. Now, the way the game counters this is by having the hit markers that aren't actual hits. That's where you hit the guy, but it doesn't register as a hit. Now, here's the most troubling point of having the 1/3 second disadvantage. In reality, and probably his reality also, because they had the advantage on me, is notice how he's on the screen in reality, yet in my reality, I can't see him. Therefore, he can see me before I can see him. In this case it worked out. I beamed him with a stun grenade, so. This point right here is why I'm going to make a video about tactics, mainly featuring anticipation, because with lag, anticipation is key. So some things I've learned from this whole theater versus live experience is that, yes, some gun freezes are related to you being dead. That is, your gun will freeze because you are in actuality dead. Now, I've had my gun freeze in bot mode, which is not a lag issue, it's just the game being lame and saying that you kill people too fast, I guess. Another thing you'll notice because of lag is being unable to make it behind cover, because once again in reality you're dead, you didn't make it behind cover. Lag contributes to insta-deaths, which is basically the bullets stacking up on each other before they hit you. It's like they shot you 3 times and you may have only noticed 1 or 2, but due to lag, they shot you 3 times. And yes, the famous COD leading mechanic is all due to lag. That's all I have to say about that. Now, this next part is hard to explain, but frame rate issues. I've had my frame rate slow to a crawl, which is a lag issue. It's, if you've ever edited video, this makes sense to you. But basically, by changing the frame rate, you can manipulate time, and therefore they're manipulating the frame rate to have everybody's time match up a little bit better, I guess, is the best way I can explain it. Now, another way I can kind of tell they manipulate time is that live versus theater mode, the time doesn't always match up. The game clock doesn't always match up. I've gone tenths of seconds, frame by frame, trying to match up the time, and sometimes the seconds will last a little bit longer or a little bit less, and as you may notice in my video, the animations don't always match up. Now for some good news, what I'm amazed at is the game's ability to track your movements as far as your character movement and the direction you're looking at, but most amazing is the reticle position. It tracks it pretty much perfectly. In ending, as I said with my first video I made of this isn't a video recording, it's a program that runs through the game engine. It's all 1s and 0s that say a stun grenade was deployed here, a person was killed here. It's basically StarCraft's replay viewer. Yes, that makes sense if you played StarCraft, and thank you for watching. Seriously, thanks.